Hey friends, Jill here. Welcome back to Whispering Willow Farm. I am a bit of a sweaty mess today because all of the footage you guys just saw, I've been out here sweating my hiney off getting it. For some reason, since this is just my last year growing here, I'm wanting to be a lot more diligent on taking pictures and documenting it better. And I know that sounds kind of silly because we do YouTube and you know, I have most of everything we do documented, but I would love to have pictures hanging at our new house, you know, of this farm and where it all started and just, yeah, the beginning chapters of our dreams unfolding. And so this is going to be a garden tour. Again, all my garden tours are a bit unconventional. I go through and I show you guys a lot of the same things, and so my goal is over the next few weeks as the garden begins to progress just to show a lot of footage, me talking in some, me not talking in some. I thought it might just be fun to spice it up a bit, and so let's walk through and check on some things that you guys haven't seen already. You guys can see here my lima beans have sprouted and they're doing amazing. I just see little sprouts everywhere. It is so encouraging. Look at that little guy. They're all popping up, so that is awesome. I have some down here. Look at that. So that's really cool. Also, while we're over here, my Tromboncino is looking way better. This guy did not look good when I transplanted him, but now he is doing magnificent. So this bed right here has my Determinate Paste tomatoes. They're doing great. My beets are taking a while. The Savinova lettuce is doing really good. I wanted to show you guys. Check out these textures. You see all those colors? This is my favorite thing. These are getting definitely at the end of their life. I need to be harvesting these, and then it's just gonna probably be way too hot. Check that out. They're so pretty. So this bed's doing really, really well. I did sow more cucumbers and I went ahead and put some tulle over it. This is actually insect netting. You can buy the tulle. And so just hoping that it will kind of keep the bugs away. I can see some stuff starting to sprout, so that is encouraging. It's just so fun coming out here after the rain. It's just like, yes, I need to, Lord, let it rain more often so I can appreciate the time away from the garden. Our nasturtiums are just doubling. I think I showed you guys in a vlog the other day. The nasturtiums are doing great. So here they are starting to get all bushy. This one in particular I planted way later. And this little guy's taking a bit longer. They are the trailing variety. I did have several of you ask. I think I'm gonna go through as well because this space is open, but we did put the cattle panel trellis up, but the tomato stops here. So I think what I may do is fill this in with either maybe some more nasturtiums or maybe some bush beans, perhaps even some zinnias that would grow up. I'm not really sure what I want to do there yet. We've got all of our radishes. I did see some starting to form some bulbs, so that's exciting. We've got lots of our tomatoes starting to set fruit, which is really, really encouraging. I'm waiting for this little guy to do something. Come on, little Cherokee Purple. I feel like this one needs a name. It's the only variegated tomato plant I have in the garden. Let's name this little guy. My beans are doing wonderful. Despite the aphid situation we had, Nathan and I did spray it with neem oil. However, it's been raining here all week, so I'm not going to reapply any of that until we are free of having to worry about it because it just wouldn't make sense. And it's not the cheapest option. It works really well, but I'm just gonna wait. And then I noticed these starting to come on, so that's really cool. We'll have lots of little beans soon. Check them out down here, guys. Look at that. How cool. So yeah, the beans are starting to climb and do really well on this side. And then the fava beans down here are doing well too. I am always so impressed at just how resilient plants are. You know, it's like These all looked like crud, you know, not that long ago. I was even starting to question, well, is anything in my garden gonna do anything? Like, this is supposed to be my last gardening season here. Like, I'm supposed to do it good. And I told Nathan, I was like, I just don't feel like I'm like gonna be walking out and feeling like, yes, like I did everything I wanted to do in that garden. And now things are starting to pop up. They're looking greener, they're looking better. So I'm feeling more encouraged by that. And I watched Jess's garden tour the other day, I think, or maybe a video she did. And she was like recklessly sowing seeds everywhere. And it gave me the liberty to, maybe I need to be a little reckless. So I think I may find more places to plant seeds. That may be slightly overwhelming to someone who may be coming into this, but they may also be pleasantly surprised. Look at this basil. Look at that, it's starting to bolt. It smells good though. Our zinnias and dahlias. The dahlias are doing incredible, actually. The dahlias are doing really good. As you guys can see, they have this really good green color. They're growing a lot. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I think that's about to make a dahlia baby. So like my zinnias over here look amazing. Hardly any pest damage, great color. And it's all the ones over here, well, that look just like this. So Nathan did go through and put diatomaceous earth around the bottom. I honestly have no idea. I mean, you guys can see they look really bad after I pruned them. They're already starting to put off side shoots. Just since I pruned this one last week, look how big that's gotten. So that's really cool. But the plant itself, just on this row, you know, this side of the bed in particular looks really bad. Now, I like to show you guys that because my garden is not all rainbows and butterflies. And just because our life is kind of out there for all you guys to see, certainly doesn't make us experts by any means. We're learning. I mean, we may be further in the journey than some of you guys, just like some of y'all may be further than other people, or you may just be starting, and that doesn't mean that mistakes still can't happen. I've been growing my own food for several years. I've grown flowers, you know, thrown throughout the garden just willy-nilly, and they were beautiful. And then this year I intentionally thought through this, and you can see what my zinnias look like. And I try to show you guys the good and the bad, because there is going to be good and bad in your garden. You're not always gonna have these beautiful garden years. You're gonna have, you know, years where things flop. You're gonna have pests, you're gonna have weather, you're gonna have things that you cannot predict. And so I like to show you that even though I'm in a place where I'm teaching people, I'm in a place where I'm showing people, I wanna show you guys the real life. And that is the real life, that sometimes I grow things and they don't produce food. Sometimes I grow things and the pests get them before I do. Sometimes I grow things and I find wild rabbits in my yard at 5 o'clock in the morning munching down at them, which is what happened this morning. And sometimes that happens, and you know what? Sometimes that's okay. I did want to show y'all, I stuck this little amaranth in the corner of a bed here, and it's so cute. And then my little eucalyptus in the grow bags are doing great. These will make their way into the cottage garden when we move, but right now they're growing quite a bit, honestly, in these grow bags. I was just really impressed. This little basil's actually hanging on. I probably just need to go through and add some basil where I was gonna do maybe the zinnias, just throw a bunch of basil seed in there. The garlic's doing well, the lettuce, the spinach. The strawberries are doing magnificent. We are harvesting bowls of strawberries. Oh, here comes the rain. The rains are coming. We've been harvesting bowls and bowls of strawberries. The kids absolutely love it. You can kind of sneak in there and see all the red. Some of these will probably be really mushy just because of all the rain we're having. but I'll grab a few. I'm about to go get Charlie from school. So this will be a nice little snack. I like to harvest these on the underripe side just because they get mushy so quickly, but these are amazing. Yeah, that'll be a nice little snack. Once we get home from school, I'll probably let her go through because you guys can see there's so much red in here. So many strawberries that need to be harvested, but this has been fun. I'm actually so glad we moved the picnic table because we've just been sitting out here harvesting our berries, eating dinner, hanging out. I never knew that just by moving this right here, we would love it so much, but we do. Okay guys, the rain is coming down. I hope you enjoyed this short garden tour. Kind of time-lapse, kind of me talking, kind of a bit whimsical and different. Trying to work with the rain this week has kind of been difficult, but I am not complaining because I talked to my friend Ashley today and she was saying that they're kind of in a drought. She's in Tennessee, and so I'm definitely gonna be thankful for the rain because I'd rather have my garden watered for free than me having to spend over an hour watering everything. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I'll talk to you soon.